Hey, and welcome to Open for Views. Today's game break is Lunar Pool for the NES. Just popping it into my front loader over here. And of course, I have my NES controller. Lunar Pool was developed by Compile in 1985 for the PC-88, PC-8800. It was ported that same year to the Famicom. And it didn't come out in the US until 1987, and then Europe in 1991. But Compile, if you've played Xanac, if you've played Musha, if you've played Blazing Lasers, you've played a Compile game. The designer is Kenji Shintani, who worked on a bunch of Compile's games. But he also worked for, I believe it was freelance work, for Nihon Falcom. Worked on the Dragon Slayer series, namely Sorcerian. And he also did work for Capcom with the sequel to Pirate Ship Higamaru, which was an adventure game where you could sail a boat around and land in ports and throw barrels at monsters and all that kind of fun stuff. Let's check out some Lunar Pool. Lunar Pool, from the right when you start the game, seems like a fairly relatively normal pool game, except for the little, the moon facade in the background, hence Lunar Pool. You can change your distance, or not your distance, your just kind of where you're aiming your ball, right? With up and down and left and right, you change your where you're hitting your cue ball. Up here, you have a shot counter. You have a maximum of 3 unless you pocket a ball. And if you pocket a ball, it refills. Right here is your power gauge. So let's go ahead. Let's aim for that 5. Max it out. Let's see if we can get any of these. We didn't, but we might be able to get this 6 in there. So I can show you how the refill works. Maximum. Okay? Super easy. The game is super chill. The music might drive some people nuts. Doesn't drive me nuts, though. I missed that one. Oh, did I get down there? I missed it. Pro gamer moment. I hate it when I say that. Oh, I just cringe every time. But as I said, it seems like a relatively standard... Yeah, I meant to do that. It seems like a relatively standard pool game. But that's where you'd be wrong. So let's go ahead and get to the second stage so I can give you a taste of what Lunar Pool is actually about. And if I can't get to the second stage like this, which I'm actually going to do right now, reset the game. And this is another cool thing about Lunar Pool. You can pick your stage right off the bat. See, around 1, 2, you can go all the way 60, you can go to the last stage. Oh yeah, I beat the game, I want to beat the 60th stage. And you can change the friction. 2-player game versus computer, but 1 player, come on. So let's go to round 2. So you can see what the actual hook of this game is. Okay, these weird little curves are the pocket, okay? Let's go ahead and reset the game. And let's check out stage 3. Okay. It's more like miniature golf or putt-putt meets billiards. So that's what's so cool about this game and so refreshing about it. I really liked the pool billiards game on Clubhouse Games, and it's actually what got me into playing billiards, basically. I mean, it's an old game, but of course it always takes something like Nintendo to get me interested in something. And so I started hunting down a bunch of billiards games for old systems to see how they played, and man, did I fall in love with Lunar Pool. I think this game is so cool. Other people who worked on it were Masamitsu Nitani, producer, designer, director, who's worked on Blazing Lasers, The Guardian Legend, Musha, Puyo Puyo, Gunneck. And the person who did the soundtrack for this is Masatomo Miyamoto, who worked on Blazing Lasers, Aleste, Xanac, Guardian Legend. So, don't let the little repetitive nature of the music in this turn you off, because I'm sure the reason it's there is to drive you nuts and make you miss shots. I think that's the intent. But it's also a game from 1985, so video game music wasn't exactly something you were, driving around in your car listening to all the time. And if you were listening to this in your car, but I really like Lunar Pool. I think it's a good game. It's very fun. It's very chill when you want it to be. If you just right here, well, I was trying to miss that, but that's usually the way things go over here. It's open for views. You're not really going to get what you want. But let's go ahead. I'll show you the round 60. See, but it's in Japan. It's LB, because in Japan the game is actually called Luna Ball. But see, you got this weird setup. So how do you approach this? Well, that didn't work. So you got to work your way out of here, and you only have one little pocket. But yeah, there's a bunch of different tables. That's what makes it so cool. They're all different. Some of them are extremely frustrating. If you make all of your shots perfectly, if you land a ball in the pocket every time without missing a shot, you get a little perfect notification and a score enhancer as well. So it's a game for score, or as I've been doing, I missed that. Yeah, last stage I played was 9. There we go. Stage 9. It looks like the Bosconian ship. But I highly recommend Lunar Pool to anyone who's a fan of billiards, obviously. Fun of some pretty chill games. A really different pool game, man. It's really different because of I would say the mini golf, putt golf angle that this game has, and that's what's so appealing. It's very different. But the time has come. We were open before, but now we're closed. Beat it.